like we're live. Yeah, we're live! Woohoo! Hello everybody and welcome to another stream of Asagao Academy! My name is Gina, aka the Gina Chew. You can look in the stream, you can see all of my social media, you can follow me on Twitter at the Gina Chew and here on Twitch so that you guys can keep up on when I stream. So let us jump back in to the very, very tense moment that we kind of left over at. Just to refresh your memory, this is the diary entry that we read last time about playing Animal Intersection, I believe is what they called it. And this event that we're in now is called Please Stop the Notes. So hopefully we're going to get some answers on who's dropping these notes. Hopefully it isn't PBG and we're not going to hurt his feelings. My hand hovered over the paper, pen in hand. This concerns me because this makes me think that we are possibly writing a counter letter to these poems. And that if these poems are written by PBG, it's gonna wind up hurting his feelings if we tell him to stop. Oh, Spike Plays Games again! My good friend Mike over at Spike Plays Games is hosting. Thank you so much, Mike, for the host. You are amazing and beautiful and fabulous as always. Thank you, my friend. How was I supposed to go about this? I never rejected anybody. I wasn't the kind of girl people usually went after. Moreover, this guy, whoever he was being a little creepy. Oh my gosh, I hope it's not PBG! I really hope it's not PBG. I didn't want to say anything that would make him angry, especially considering how many times he'd come to our room unseen in the middle of the night. What if he waited for me one night and when I got up to use the bathroom? Yeah, that's true. I shuddered. I definitely didn't want to hurt his feelings. After 15 minutes, I finally had a reply I kind of liked. Sir, thank you for these notes. They are very sweet. However, I would prefer it if you no longer sent me any. Please stop giving me these notes. Best, Hana. Okay, so she signed it. So if these are from Jared to Mai, then at least nothing bad will happen there. And she titled it Sir, so maybe that will get whoever's reading it the indication that she doesn't know who it is, so maybe if it is PBG, he won't be too hurt. I don't know. I'm really worried, you guys. I'm really scared. It was nothing fancy, but hopefully it was good enough. We can only hope. My dad always said when saying no, don't give a reason. People tried to argue you out of things when you gave reasons. Sometimes even if you didn't. That's very true, actually. But no means no, and it was much harder to argue with that. That is an extremely good point. With a lump in my throat, I placed the note in an envelope, sealed it, and taped it to the front of my door. Ellipses. That was that then. Oh, let's hope that doesn't turn out to be a disaster. What a weight off my mind. After everything PBG went through for the team, it was no wonder he would be cheering them on at every game. I sat next to him, watching his leg tense and twitch as Jeff and Dean sprinted down the field. You should have passed it to... Oh, that worked out way better than I thought it would. Go for the goal! You have the...
Yeah.
Yes! Yeah! Good job! I chuckled quietly next to him. It was hard to get worked up about the game when I was with PBG. He took all the enthusiasm I ever could have had for the sport, sucked it right out of me, and expelled it into a supernova of energy. But it was enough for me just to see that he was enjoying himself. For a while, it looked like, well, that it wasn't important. He was happy, or as happy as he could be without playing. We won! What? It's over already? Hana, we won! We're going to the finals! Oh, that's awesome! We are? I stared at the jumping PBG in front of me a few seconds before it clicked. Oh my god, we're going to the finals! We're going to the finals! PBG grabbed my hands and we jumped and cheered together with the rest of the Asagao students. The two teams shook hands and thanked each other for a good game, and then the strikers piled onto our side of the field, forming a mosh pit of happy athletes. I have to go congratulate them! He disappeared into the crowd immediately. Excuse me. Sorry. I forcefully shoved my way out of the stands, which was harder than it sounded. I hated being so damn short. Same, Hana, same. All of the short feels, I totally empathize with. By the time I came out, PPG was being hugged by all of his teammates. I giggled. I'm so proud of you all. You nailed it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been able to do it without you, bro. It's always good to see Jeff. Bro. Maybe I should give them a moment? Yeah, they should probably have like a little bromance moment, you know. Did you see that feint McJones did? I didn't know he had it in him. He usually plays a long-term psychological strategy. Well, I'm glad you're happy. I was a little worried that after all this time it would still be a little painful to see them playing without you. Yeah. Why'd you have to mention that, Hana? PPG shoved his hands in his pockets, staring wistfully into the distance as the wind blew through his hair. As happy as I am that we'll be able to go to the finals, it's a bittersweet feeling. He flipped his hair dramatically. I guess that's just how the sword falls. I don't think that's a saying. It's definitely a saying. I shook my head and grabbed PPG's hand. Come on, at this rate we'll miss the late dinner. Right. Whoa. I shot awake with a jolt, staring at our door from across the room. Hana, did you hear that? Uh-oh. I nodded, then realized she couldn't hear me. Something just slammed full force into our bedroom door. Uh-oh. We listened for a while, afraid to move. Then we heard footsteps dashing away down the corridor. The bunk bed shifted, and then I saw a dark shape moving to the ladder. Mai appeared next to me. You're okay, right? Yeah, nobody got in. She smiled, then turned and glared at the door. Who the fuck does this in the middle of the night? Well, you put the note on the door. She pulled open the door and stepped out into the hallway, craning her neck one way and then another. Then she turned back to me, her voice low. I don't see anybody here. I don't think anybody else heard it either. Oh, I'm really concerned that was PBG and he slammed his hand against the wall in frustration. I pulled up my blankets around me. Nobody heard it, but Mai and I both did, so there was no way we imagined it. I snuggled down into my blankets. The thin covering made me feel much safer, despite the fact that it did absolutely nothing to protect me. It was probably just a stupid prank. She moved to shut the door, then stopped. Oh, God. What? She lifted a hand to the door, peeling something off of it. Looks like we had a visit from your secret admirer. Yeah, that was obviously who it was. She shut the door, flicked on the light, and crossed over to me. Here. She handed me a blank envelope. I ripped it out and pulled out a sheet of notebook paper, the same familiar, scratchy handwriting gracing the front. Hana, dearest. Why must you neglect me so? I am so sorry if I've made you uncomfortable, but I can't hide my feelings any longer. Okay, so it was for Hana. Okay, so now we know. I really care for you, Hana. I won't be so naive as to say I love you, considering how much you do not know about me, and how much I haven't had the opportunity to learn about you. But I've been watching you. Oh God, it's a creeper! It's a creeper! It's either a creeper or it's Ian. That's a horrible thought. That's a terrible thought, and I should be ashamed for that thought. For some reason, I feel like no, Ian wouldn't do something like that. I'm sorry. I doubt Ian will ever watch this video, but if you do, I'm sorry. I don't think you in real life would ever be capable of that. I don't know about Asagao Ian either. I don't know. Anyway. But I've been watching you. You're kind, smart, funny, caring. You love your friends deeply and stand up for what is right. Stand up to your fears. You even befriended some of the most popular and influential students in school. In fact, you've grown quite close with some of them. And I really don't like it. Oh, shit. It's making me jealous. It's driving me insane. I hate seeing you smile at them, and yet I can't bother to reveal myself to try and take their place. I know you're happy with them. You've hardly noticed that I exist, so I know I can't compare. And yet, it's all I can think about. So I ask you, won't you please spend a little less time with them? Please, Hana? I've never cared so much for any one person. For my sake. Love, your admirer. That is creepy as hell! Oh my god! This game just took a dark turn, man! My. I handed her the note and sat in silence as she read it. Yeah, that's pretty much my face. Well, it's a little unsettling, but I don't think you should worry about it. No? What are you talking about? I shivered and drew the blankets closer around myself. This is a guy, assuming it's a guy, who is so afraid of revealing himself to you that he apparently won't even talk to you. Do you really think he's going to do something? Very possibly so. I don't know, but it's scary. Yeah, it is. Do you think I should tell someone? Yeah. I don't know. Asagao doesn't have a great track record of dealing with these kinds of situations. Many schools don't. Are we getting into some political statements here? I would be fine with that because it's true. Schools in general don't handle these kind of situations well. What do you mean? Ellipses. Let's just say I knew someone who got a little intense about another person. That person told the staff here what was happening and they got almost no response. The crazy behavior was allowed to continue and the students were left to sort it out themselves. When the student again turned to the staff talking about how they felt in danger, the staff told them it was the student's responsibility to police their own behavior. Oh, wow. That's awful. Yes, it is. It's not something that we want to talk about a lot. Asagao is a really nice place. Obviously it is. You know this by now. But they do a lot of things in an effort to save face, so families will keep sending their students someplace as expensive as this. That, unfortunately, includes sweeping a lot of incidents under the rug. Ellipses. Hey, don't worry. Things were much, much worse in the past. Nowadays they've gotten a lot better, because the students here behave more like people. But I am saying that I wouldn't tell the teachers unless there was an actual threat. I would. I don't want you to suddenly get kicked out of the academy because you were trying to cause trouble. And like I said, I don't think anything is going to happen. And if it does, I'll be here to protect you. Mai held up an arm and flexed it. Yeah! I know it seems like a joke, but volleyball really has made my arm strong. I could definitely take someone out. We know how strong your arms are, Mai. She grinned brightly at me and I smiled. Thanks, Mai. Anyways, it's late. We should go to sleep. Yeah! That is super creepy. I would not be okay with this. She glanced at the door again, then crossed over and locked it. Can't be too safe. I have to protect my beloved Hana. She shut off the lights and crawled into bed. As my bed creaked and wiggled with Mai's movements, I tried to convince myself that what she said was true. I just had an odd thought, and I don't want to vocalize it. But try as hard as I could, my mind didn't ease. See, okay, I will say what I'm thinking, because this is coming from a writer's brain, because I'm a writer, and when I look at these kind of things, I look for the subtext, and I look for the possible, yet improbable outcome, because that tends to be what writers go for, is something that shocks you, but then when you look at it, you're like, oh, but that makes perfect sense, because that usually tends to be a good twist. And my first thought was, what if it was Mai writing these letters? I don't know if that's possible. I would like to hope that Mai is not some creepy stalker. Well, I mean, look at the way she's obsessed with Jared, but also her obsession with Jared is another reason why it would not be her. I highly doubt it. It was just a thought that popped into my little writer's brain, because if I were reading a story like this, that would be my first thought, is it could be her, but I doubt that it is. I highly doubt that it is. As strong as Mai was, she was still just a girl. I didn't want to admit it, but men were taller, stronger, faster than women were, and we had no idea who this guy was. If he was someone as tall as PBG, someone who worked out just as much or was part of a sports team, even if he was just heavier than Mai, all it would take was pitting her down on the floor and she wouldn't be able to defend anyone. My heart started beating faster and I shook my head. There was no point to these thoughts, none at all. I would at least tell the normal boots guys. You know, like at least PBG. I mean, he's your friend. Still, I usually toss and turn before going to bed, but I found myself staring at the door as I tucked myself in, facing it as I close my eyes. Just go to sleep, Hana. Worry about this tomorrow. I'm scared. I would be too. Okay, so let's read the current event. What's wrong, Hana? Yeah, this is when people are going to start noticing there's something up, but she's not going to want to say anything, and it's going to be a bunch of drama. But, oh. Hello, Camin12. I am a writer, yes. Well, I suppose a writer in practice. I'm not a published author, I'm a writer. That's why I make the distinction between writer and author. But, yeah, I mean, my little writer's brain breaks down stories that way. Just because I look at writing from the perspective of piecing a piece of writing together, because I don't look at it really from like a reader's perspective. I look at it from this perspective of constructing the story. So that was just a thought that popped into my head. I doubt that it's true. I doubt that it was mine, but it was just something that came to my mind. But here is our diary entry for today. Dear Diary, things are getting really scary. I don't feel comfortable going to sleep at night. Mai's different. She's brave. She feels like she can handle it. But I know from experience that I can't. If someone tries to hurt me, I'll freeze up again. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Yeah, I would be too if I were you, Hana. I barely slept that night. It seemed like full days passed before Mai woke up and I started getting ready for school. Now that I was back in the classroom, I alternated between periods of absolute panic-ridden paranoia and falling asleep at my desk. Oh, so you've basically become PBG. Fantastic. As I stared ahead of me, my vision sliding in and out of focus.
Hey.
Hana? Ah! Oh, PBG. What brings you here? School? Fancy that. Hana, are you okay? You seem a little off today. What makes you say that? It's lunchtime and you're still sitting at your desk. Mai gave up and left you behind. Oh, shit. What? How could she? So what's bothering you? I didn't want to drag PBG into this, did I? I didn't sleep well. He frowned at me and laid a hand on my arm. Hana, it seems like something is really bothering you. If it's okay, I'd like you to trust me. I want to help you. Now, she was always the one to protect him as a kid, so maybe this could be an opportunity for him to look after her for once. Will you tell me the truth? Uh-oh, is this going to be a decision point? Could I tell PBG the truth? The note told me to stay away from the normal Boots guys and any other guy I was getting close to. If that person was violent, I could be putting PBG in danger by telling them. Should I really tell him the truth? Oh, God! These are some of the most beautifully crafted decision points I've seen in a visual novel, because they are just like, oh my God, like they make me want to tear my hair out, but that's a good thing. That's what it should be like. Personally, my instinct, I would tell someone because I would be frightened and I would want other people to know what was going on in case something did happen to me. I feel like that's the smarter choice, and I want to be open with PBG, you know, because I spent all this time trying to get him to open up to me while he was mopey, and it would be really, really bad of me to refuse to speak to him now that the shoe's on the other foot. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna tell him. Let's hope that I don't screw anything up. Well, I explained to him what was happening with the notes, how they started, stopped, and how they were getting creepily insistent. I'm also pretty convinced at this point that obviously these are not from PBG, so I'm okay with telling him. PBG's face grew darker as I went on. Finally, I finished with last night's incident and how I was too scared to sleep.
Hana,
you should report this. Agreed!
No.
No, that's okay. Maya already told me that reporting it wouldn't work, and even if she didn't tell me, I had plenty of prior experience at my old school to show that reporting things generally only made it worse. That was the way things were in my high school, too. I can handle this on my own, so you don't need to worry. I smiled brightly at him, but his expression didn't change. I don't want to be a burden on you. If you worry, I'll feel bad. So don't worry, okay? Well, now you know how he felt when you were worrying about him. I'm telling you not to worry. Ellipses. Fine. I'll listen to you. But if I do, will you do me a favor too? Maybe. Do you want to go to the movies tonight? I was going to ask anyways, but this seems like a good way to get your mind off of things. Oh, sure. Great. I'll pick you up later tonight then.
Hey, yo.
Okay, and just so you know, Hana, that was him asking you out on a date. Let's please not be thick-headed about it. Hana, you're alive. Maya entered the room, balancing a tray on either hand. PBG got up and grabbed one from her. Thanks. I brought you your food to you since you apparently weren't on this planet, but... She glanced from me to PBG and smirked. I bet you're feeling better now.
What?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. If you want food, you'd better get a move on. They've almost run out of pizza, and they ordered out this time. What? No! PBG sprinted from the room, and I laughed. You really are feeling better now. Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah, because I told somebody who's actually taking it seriously. So we're going to see the movies? So we're going to the movies? He didn't give me a time. What would we see? Oh God, no! PBG and I bought tickets to see the hot new romantic comedy of the year, Trouble in Paradise. Oh my God, this is an absolute date, Hana, please! Please! We settled into the seats, giant, ridiculously overpriced barrel of popcorn in hand. At first, the movie was going well. There was the clumsy female lead, the stubborn alpha male lead. But then the movie took a turn for the creepy. By the time PBG was howling and the female lead lost 2 limbs, it was apparent we'd fallen for false advertising. This was a horror movie, not a rom-com, and considering someone was stalking the female lead, it was hitting a little too close to home. I grabbed PBG's hand and patted it, hoping to calm him down. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine now. At least it wasn't... The color drained from his face. I glanced at the screen. The male lead jumped into the ocean and was swimming towards a boat maybe a mile away. Oh no. PBG, what's wrong? He didn't respond. His eyes were glued to the screen. No. PBG, what? I jumped. There was a splash and a shriek. A shark grabbed onto the man's leg and pulled him under the water. I turned back to PBG, who was frozen, mouth open. Oh, is that a fear of his? Oh, no. Ah! He flung himself out of his chair, tears streaming down his face, and sprinted up the aisle and out the theater. There was a small smattering of applause. People were evidently glad he left. I bowed my head in apology as I fled the theater, avoiding the angry looks of the other patients. I found PBG leaning against a pillar outside, head pressed against the cool stone. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Ellipses. Sorry about that. Don't even worry about it. I never knew you were so afraid of sharks. Yeah, I don't get it either. He stood there breathing deeply, still looking pretty sick. Hey, do you want some cotton candy? Cotton candy?
Yeah.
I'll buy it for you. My treat. Okay, I could go for some cotton candy. We headed back to the train station, PBG munching happily on his pink cotton candy. He looked way better now. I wasn't sure why sharks made him so scared or why he looked on the verge of death, but I was happy he was better. You can really scream, can't you? I didn't mean to. You don't think the other people in there were bothered by it, do you? No! It's a scary movie after all. I'm sure they expected it. You probably added to the excitement. PBG finished up his cotton candy, licking his fingers happily. I laughed. You know, I'm glad you were scared enough to run out of the theater. I didn't really like that movie.
What?
No? I wanted something to take my mind off of things, but that... I'm glad you were scared, because I got to focus on you instead. I'm not sure how I helped, but I'm glad I did. As we headed back up to the dorms, PBG fell silent. It was oddly familiar, and I soon remembered the exact same thing happened the night he brought me my game. Yeah, because he wants to try and move things forward, but you're so goddamn stubborn! He stopped in front of Primrose House. Hana, Wait. You don't think that guy's going to come back tonight, do you? I let out a breath I didn't even know I was holding, feeling disappointed for some reason. I don't know. Ellipses. Please be safe. Please. And text me if anything happens. You still have my number, right? No. Oh, here! PBG pulled out his phone. Give me yours. Oh, so slick! Got her digits, PBG! I listed my number slowly for him, feeling my heart heat up. For some reason, my heart was beating really hard now.
Yeah!
Got it! I'll send you a text. My phone vibrated in my pocket. When I pulled it out, I saw an emoji of a cookie and a shark. I giggled. I got it, thanks. Good. Text me if you need anything. Anything at all, I mean it. It'll be better if you text me because I'll just be worried all night anyways. Okay, I will. It won't inconvenience me at all. Got it? Okay, I'll text you. Great, now get inside, it's cold. He ushered me up the front steps and held the door open for me. I curtsied to him. Thanks again, my dear knight. Anything for you, my lady. I giggled as he let the door close. When I got to the stairs, I turned. PBG waved at me through the glass. I waved back. When I spent time with PBG, I felt relaxed. I wasn't worried about what was going to happen or how I might mess up or what someone would think. I just wanted to talk to him, be around him, to spend time with him. It was fun with him. And now that he was gone, I missed him. Sighing, I head off to bed. The tournament was coming up soon. I needed my rest. I just stopped because I just got scared. Okay, here we go. Let's midnight. Here's another current event. Midnight laughter. Oh Jesus! All right. So we haven't lost any tournament points. So that's good. But let's read this diary entry before we get into whatever shenanigans are about to happen. Dear Diary, I'm really thankful to have PBG. Without him, I don't know what I'd do. But for the first time since this all started happening, I actually feel safe enough to go to sleep tonight. Actual smiley. That was cute. Okay. I feel like I need to save. I feel like I'm in an action game. I'm gonna die in like 2 seconds. I shot awake with a jolt. Wait. Hadn't this happened before? My? I know. I think it's the... Laughter filled the hall, and then running footsteps sounded again, fading away into the distance. Chills ran down my spine. My. The bed wiggled and squeaked, and my padded softly over to the door. Yep, another note. Mai read the note, then handed it to me without saying anything. My dearest Hana, I've seen you hanging around with those other men. Those normal boots men. Damn normal boots men, though. I cannot abide it any longer. Please, stop hanging around them. It's tearing me apart, Hana. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Any more of this and I might lose my mind. Yours ever, the admirer. My heart stopped. This part sounded like they were really upset. What if something happened? Text me if anything happens. Text him! Text him! Text him! Do it! I'm gonna get so mad if you don't! Thank you! I grabbed my phone and frantically pulled up PBG's number. They came again. They left a threat this time. Seconds later, my phone vibrated. I'm coming. Good old PBG! What? He was coming? No, you don't need to come. I sat and stared at my phone, waiting for a response, but nothing came. He's probably running. I glanced at Mai, who was coming up to her bed again. I think PBG is coming. Hana? He was here already? Yeah, he must have ran. I opened the door. PBG stood there, disheveled and panting, and fully dressed. Are you okay? You're not hurt, right? I didn't see anyone out here. No, I'm fine. PBG pulled me against him. He was hot and slightly damp, clearly having sprinted over from Bluebell House. But he's injured! He shouldn't be running! Thank goodness. This person came and left this note. They hit our door again, but this time they laughed like they were having fun. Maybe it's one of the girls trying to be creepy and, like, push them apart, you know? Like, Mimi or something over here. I feel much better now. I'm sorry I woke you up. It's fine. I wasn't sleeping well anyway, so the jog probably did me some good. I nodded. PBG stood there smiling. Well, you can go back now. Oh, right. Can't really stick around in the girls' dorm now, can I? He smiled, but his tone seemed worried. Don't worry. I'll be okay. Okay. Decide how you want to deal with this situation. I know it's difficult for you. I'll support you no matter what. PBG, thank you. I don't know what I want to do yet. Can I have some more time to think? Of course, anything. Thank you for coming all the way over here. I feel much better now. I'm sorry I woke you up. It's fine. I wasn't sleeping well anyway, so the jog probably did me some good. I nodded. PBG stood there smiling. Well, you can go back now. Oh, right. Can't really stick around in the girls' dorm now, can I? He smiled, but his tone seemed worried. Don't worry. I'll be okay. Okay. Be sure to lock the door after I leave, okay? Okay. Text me again if there are any problems. I will. And draw your curtains shut. You don't want people trying to look in from outside. PBG! He's so cute. He's so worried. We're on the 3rd floor. Don't worry about me. Go to sleep. Okay, I'm leaving. I gave him a quick hug. Thanks, PBG. Yeah, no problem. I shut and locked the door behind him as promised and crawled into bed. As I pulled Mr. Bunny to my chest, Mice snickered from her bunk. You got something to say? No, I'm not saying anything. She snickered again. The bed shifted as she turned over and settled down to sleep. I was glad PBG came. I felt much safer knowing he was looking out for me. I shifted groggily awake the next morning, well before my alarm was supposed to go off. So early, in fact, that it was still dark out. I stretched my neck, which stiffened in the night, and came back to the question that was sitting in the back of my mind the entire time I was trying to sleep. What should I do now? Oh, I'm gonna save, because I sense a decision point that could get us all killed coming. I don't even know what's going on. I have no idea what's gonna happen. PBG said he had my back, and I knew Mai did too. With those two supporting me, I finally felt like I could handle things. But should I tell a teacher? Handle it myself? I didn't even know who was doing this. Something wasn't adding up. My thoughts ran back to last night, PBG pulling me against him. Thank goodness. Blushy ellipses. Why was I thinking about that now? I had better things to do. You're a true main character, Hana. Oh boy, this is great. You're dense as a brick. Oh, is she finally realizing things? Oh, sometimes I just want to strangle you. And why? Wait. I flicked on the light and quietly pulled open my drawer, digging through until I found all the secret admirer notes I had. I laid them out on the floor in front of me, glancing from one to the next. That's it! That's what was wrong with them the whole time. That's what was making them awkward. That's why I didn't like them. They weren't written like the person loved me at all. Not even the crazy, obsessive watch you while you sleep because I'm a vampire kind of love. Thank you for that pot shot at Twilight. I appreciate it. They were written like someone was trying to replicate what love looked like. Not to mention they were hinting at staying away from the normal Boots Club. Maybe I wasn't so afraid of this secret admirer after all. That was my thought too. A loud thud slammed into the door and I was on my feet in a flash. I hopped it open, hoping to catch a glimpse of the secret admirer in the act, but as I stepped in the hallway, my foot landed on something soft. Something soft, squishy, and warm. I looked down. Ooh! I slammed a hand against my own mouth and lifted my foot back into the air.
What?
PBG. He was sleeping outside her door all night? Really? Oh my god, PBG. No, don't even! He was snoring quietly on the floor, sprawled out against the entrance to my room. I knelt down beside him, prodding him frantically. PBG! PBG, get up! You have to go before someone sees you! Had he been here all night standing watch at my door? You need to go. You'll get caught. He didn't say anything. He barely seemed to even register that I was there. I waved a hand in front of his face and his eyes didn't track it. Fake eyes again? Yes, fake eyes again. Still sleeping. PBG grabbed my wrist and pulled me to the ground next to him, snuggling up to me like I was a body pillow. PBG? He sighed in response, then threw one of his long legs over my lower body. I was pinned up against him, centimeters away from his face. His sleeping face. What a cute face. He is adorable. I smiled. In his sleep, he looked so tender, so open. It made me want to kiss him. Please, please, let this be this awakening that you realize what's going on. Wait, it made me want to what? PBG, wake up! With that cry, I threw my arms back and punched him hard in the stomach. What a jerk! He clutched his stomach and rolled off of me. I stood up and adjusted my PJs as if nothing happened. Hana, what was that for? I'm sorry, but you need to go. What? Why? Because you just do, that's why. I stood there with my arms crossed, face aflame. After looking at me for a bit, PBG seemed to realize where he was. Oh, oops. Sorry, Hana. You weren't supposed to know I was here. Were you here all night? Oh, well, it wasn't all night. I sighed. You didn't need to do that, you know. I wouldn't have been able to sleep if I didn't know whether you were safe. You didn't sleep anyways! Exactly. I smacked my face. Just go. Okay. He started off down the hallway, but halfway down he paused and turned. Hana? This might sound weird, but I had a dream that we were cuddling on the floor here. That was just a dream, right? Blushy ellipses. Oh God, no! Hana, I'm sorry. Just forget that it happened. He turned and sprinted down the hallway. I stepped back into my room. It was finally light up, but I was already tired enough to go back to sleep. No, I can't. I smacked my face with my hands, waking myself up. I have an admirer to catch. Yeah, let's do it. It's one of those girls. It's somebody that's jealous. It's a jealous toucan running around. Oh, we're gonna catch them. There was a rustle from Mai's bunk, followed by a thick yawn. You go, girl. She raised a fist feebly in the air, then let it drop and turned over again. Mai for best roommate 2016. In seconds, she was back asleep. As soon as the bell rang, I was on my feet and over to PBG's desk. Hana! Look, it wasn't... I want to catch him. Would never make you Wait, what? I want to catch whoever's been writing these notes. I'm sick and tired of hiding, but I'm also really scared. I don't think I could do it alone. Would you be willing to help me? His chest swelled and he jabbed a thumb at himself. Yeah. Of course! Leave it to me! PBG, thank you. You should know by now, if you ever need my help with anything, I'll come running. I'll definitely protect you with everything I've got. PBG? But, how are we going to do this? I wiped my eyes and grinned. I have a plan. Hana, you look kind of scary right now. Don't worry, you'll be safe. Shocked ellipses. But let's go somewhere else to discuss it. The walls might have ears. I've never seen a wall with ears. God damn it, PBG. Forget it. Just come with me. I crouched by the door to my room, listening intently for any movement. PBG was ready and in position. The only thing that remained was the admirer. Would he come, or did he know something was up? I listened to the clock ticking away. Periodically, I checked the time on my phone. 11:36, 11:55, 12:23. There! Stop! I flung open the door. A tall silhouette stood there, and when he saw my face, he yelled and started to run. Too late! PBG came flying around the corner, dashing through the open bathroom door. He lunged at the man in front of me, and they both crashed to the ground. Get off me! Get off!
No.
Stop moving! Stop! PBG pinned the guy to the ground. Finally, we saw who it was. Luke? Really? Luke? you be doing this to Hana? Why are you trying to hurt her? He's not. I gently pulled PBG's jacket and he moved off of Luke. Luke rolled his shoulders, mumbling angrily to himself. You're trying to sabotage me so you could win the tournament. Luke was trying to keep me too distracted to compete in the tournament, weren't you? Fucking called it. Wow. A surprised look crossed Luke's face and then he smiled. Yeah, I was. How did you figure that out? Okay, first of all, that is way over the line for what you were trying to do. Okay? Way over the line. Absolutely not. But why? The notes? I thought they would be a pleasant way of distracting you. Everybody likes to have people crushing on them. But it kind of backfired a bit at the end. And then I was in too deep to go back, so I'm sorry. In too deep? Yeah. Then to my surprise, Luke started blushing. See, I never been anything by it, but over time, I ended up falling for you, Hana. Luke, we've spoken like twice! What? What? Crazy, right? So I made up my mind. Luke got to his feet, brushing off his clothes. He held out a hand for PBG, who took it, and pulled him up as well. If I beat you in the tournament, PBG, I'm going to confess to Hana. You kinda just confessed. I'm sorry to break it to you. PBG froze, Luke's hand still in his. I looked from one to the other, unsure of what to do. It's up to you how the rest of this plays out. May the best man win, eh? Luke winked, then let go of PBG's hand. It stayed there, hovering in the air like PBG was frozen in ice. I'd better get a good night's sleep if I want to win. No way I can lose now.
Catch you later.
See you tomorrow. What a weirdo! He's such a creep! What is going on? PBG, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't see that coming at all. Yeah, either did I. Me neither. To my horror, a blush spread across my cheeks. Do you like him? Like him? I barely know him. I said this, but PBG looked unconvinced. I pressed my cheeks, trying to remove the flush from my face, but to no avail. Well, I'm not gonna lose to him, got it? Yeah, I got it. So even if you want him to win, he's not gonna. Right, yeah! I'm gonna win, me! PBG punched in the air. Yeah! I joined him. Together we stood there, fists in the air, staring at the ceiling. Ellipses. Ellipses.
Hey, what's up?
So we found the guy? Ah! Yeah, it was Luke. He said, Hana, you should get some rest, and I gotta get out of here before someone finds me. Okay. I didn't want him to leave. I felt like there was a misunderstanding, like he'd gotten the wrong idea, and I desperately wanted to clarify it, but why? It wasn't actually that important. Not as important as getting sleep the night before the tournament.
Bye.
Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Night. I watched him go, a weird look on her face. He okay? I guess so. So Luke wants to confess to you. Wait, you heard? Of course I heard. We're in the middle of the hallway and you guys were shouting. Mai pointed a finger down the hall. Heads were poking out of doors, eyes bleary. Hey, do you guys mind shutting the hell up? Kakusu wishes to be invited to this wild party. Sorry. Hold on, laptop must be plugged in. There we go. I guess it's good everything got sorted out though. Now you can get some sleep and kick ass tomorrow. Yeah. Mai smiled at me and flipped off the light. We crawled into our respective beds and I shut my eyes, trying to sleep. But if everything was solved, why did I feel just as uneasy as before? I should really get some sleep. Okay, I'm going to pause the stream here, and this is going to end the video on YouTube. I'm going to go offline for just a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a little streaming break, but I think I'm going to go for another hour because I think that would be fun. I could break it up into, different episodes. And, yeah, I think that'll be a good time. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll give you my social media info, and you guys can, go take a restroom break, get a snack, do whatever you want, and I will see you guys in just a little bit. So thank you